Good morning, brothers and sisters. James Douglas White down here in Alabama. Having my coffee this morning out here in the camper. I thought because of the news that I saw this morning about this absurd space travel that most people have bought into. I can remember when my wife and I first saw it back in the supposed moon landing, back when we first got married, 50 something years ago. But anyway, it came on TV. We all went in to watch the moon landing, and my wife's dad said they didn't do that. They didn't land on the moon. And of course, my wife and I were thoroughly modern. And we bought it hook, line, and sinker, and believed it until I was an old man, just a few years ago. So, brothers and sisters, there's such a thing called subliminal programming. Subliminally, can hardly say it. But what does that mean? It means, I believe, well, if you look it up on your phone there, subliminal means to condition somebody to believe in a certain way under the surface. They don't really realize they're being programmed with symbols and images and propaganda too, but a lot of times it's mostly just symbolic. Every time you turn on everywhere you go, there's this symbol held up before us, this globe. So most everybody have been, from a childhood, have been subliminally programmed, brothers and sisters, the masses. And I'm just here today, since I thought it'd be a good time, since on the news now, there's this people with straight faces coming on there, and I think they're just reading the script. I don't know whether they actually believe it or they're just cronies, but for the puppet, they're puppets for the puppet masters. But whatever you want to believe about it, I just like to put out this truth. The truth will make you free, brothers and sisters. I remember when I found out this, there was something in me that just settled down, and I could put both feet on a firm earth. The heavens were above, my up was up, and my down was down, and I wasn't spinning round and round, aimlessly speeding through space, on some pointless, unending race. Something inside me settled down, so I thought I would put this out to this morning, and maybe give you some little hints, a little well, I don't know, you might think it's ridiculous, but little ways that I started getting my what I call it, my sea legs, or my level earth legs. You settle down inside, because God made it the way He wanted to make it. Like Job said, God told Job that you don't know all this stuff, all these. Where were you, Job, when I did all this? So we don't know all these particulars about God's creation. He hadn't showed it to everybody. I don't think these little minds can understand it. But I think he can reveal some of it to you. We're being lied to on a colossal scale by the powers that be. And anyway, it puts everything into perspective when you finally realize that God is in control of everything, and this present evil world is just exactly what Jesus said it was: present evil world. And anyway, What I want to say that this morning is when I first found out about this, God started showing me slowly, and it wasn't until we got the internet to that got the other side of the story that I started waking up. God started showing me the truth that makes you free, not sets you free, makes you free. But anyway, the globe Earth theory. See, here's how one of the little, I don't know what I would call it, examples that I would use to explain it to somebody if they want to think about it. You know, think about the scientific method of can I say it? Flat Earth. I like to say level Earth, but flat Earth has been so weaponized that they, with it, most people think, oh, conspiracy theory and that, but well, I got nothing to gain here in my old age, the twilight years, to be wanting to tell everybody thinking I'm some kind of nut. But I'm telling you, people are waking up all over the world to this colossal lie. The people in high places, well, it's not even flesh and blood. It's the old devil got everybody fooled, thinking this supposed space travel. Brother sister, nobody has been up and landed on God's moon. He hadn't allowed it. But it said, what did he say? They want to say they have ascended up. Satan wants to say, I've ascended up to the Most High. He made his seat up there. That's what all this is about. Satan wanting to be God, and he can't do it. He's it's not going to happen. But anyway, here's what I was going to show people this morning. You're going to think it's silly, but it helps me. When I go down to the ocean, I see it's just as flat as can be, And I don't believe this. If most of the Earth's water is water, like they agree to that, the scientists agree to that. Well, then where does it start bending? Where does it start bending? It doesn't. It doesn't, brothers and sisters. When undisturbed by wind or whatever the means, water finds its own level. I go down to the backwater down here, and in the morning, and it'll be just like glass, the water. But anyway, here's a little thing to if somebody want to think about. If I were a flea on this ball, and I tell you what, fleas sometimes these fleas get out during this warm weather, and they can really jump. A flea is an athlete, I'm telling you. They can jump and get up on you from down there. So I'm just saying, let's just say there was a flea and he had real good eyesight, and you shrunk him down and you put him on a beach ball. But I'll just use this globe as a for instance. And that flea jumped up and wanted to get a good look at downrange there. Well, what do you think the flea would expect to see? What do you think he expect to see? I thought if this flea had good eyesight and he jumped up off of this supposed globe Earth, he would expect to see the Earth falling off around him. Gradually curving off around him. But brothers and sisters, that's not what we see on all these that we can take balloon footage that we can be pretty much relied upon. When it's taken by independent people, it's plain old people. But when somebody's got an agenda, they'll probably use some kind of fisheye lens or something like that. But if you go up with this regular straight lens and take a picture of the Earth, it's always a flat plane just as far as you can see. It always rises up. The horizon rises up to eye level. It never does fall off. Never, no matter how high they go. Don't tell me they can't get up and high enough where you can see it fall off. Not wanting to use any kind of image, but I'm just telling you, this is just something you can do. Just if a flea jumped up, he would expect, if he would expect to see the curvature of the earth, but there's never any curvature, brothers and sisters. I got some songs on there I wrote about curvature, and some little silly songs I wrote back when I first was jolted out of my socks by this colossal lie that's been subliminally programmed into me since I was a child. But brother and sister, I'm awake now, and awake to something. I'm probably still holding some kind of untruth or some kind of program in my head to believe to be true that hadn't been revealed yet. But this is one thing that I believe. I'm telling you the truth, brother and sister. We don't live on a spinning ball earth. We live on a flat, stable plane as identified in Scripture. Job, he told Job, well, you and I stretched out a line. How do you get a line with a globe? He also said, but I tell you what, we don't have to be able to prove that. Just prove it to yourself. You ain't got to prove it to anybody. This is for you. This is for you. Because people are going to think you're crazy when you tell them. But I don't think I think that the wisdom that is from above is peaceable. We should just be at peace with it. It's something for you. And if God gives you somebody to share it with, then you will go ahead and share it. But don't get in no argument and strife and fight over a flat earth or anything. Don't fight about anything. Don't get anxious about anything. But just thought I'd share some of that with y'all this morning about flat earth. But brother said there's lots of people know it in high places, and people out in Hollywood, they all know. Many of them know it, and the ones that don't know it, a lot of God's people don't realize they've been lied to. But yet I still believe they're God's people. God's not going to lose one of all that the Father gave him, and he gave him a great multitude that no man can number. How wonderful is that news? How wonderful is that news? That's peaceable news. Anyway, I guess I'll name this video Subliminal Programming of some sort. I don't know exactly, but we, like I say, they've been the people in high places, old Lucifer, Satan, his cronies, the goats, have been deceiving us from our childhood. But the good news is God is in control. He's not going to lose one. The good news is that God has a plan too. So his plan is going to come to fruition in the fullness of time. He'll gather, he must reign in his heaven until everything that he wants to do gets done. And he's not going to lose one. There's going to be a great homecoming someday, some glad day. But anyway, I think I said everything I wanted to say with this one. But just thought I'd come out here in my camper and see if I could think of anything to say. Subliminal programming. That's what we get from our childhood. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, brothers and sisters. God knows about everything. It's not going to affect how much he loves you, but it will affect your joy in this world if you let if you believe the lies of the devil. But anyway, peace and love, brothers and sisters. This old boy down here in Alabama that never grew up.